dominant, and in their previous series, it was a pretty brutal 2-0
But not
Secret.
3.4.
I mean, this is also what I said about Evil Genius's odds at one point.
Yeah,
And
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Step lively now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, OG versus Secret. I'm ODPixel, joined by Fog for this best of 3. As should be a fun one. Well, hopefully, right. Last time round, the series between the two of them was definitely anticipated to be some crazy close matchup. Ended up going pretty easily in Secret's favor.
They took Huskar twice. Let's just
They did.
erase this from the memory.
And there's no Huskar this time. We're seeing avoidance of that. OG coming in with something different. And
yeah,
I gotta be honest, agreeing with the panel here that this PA Magnus seems like it could pop off this game, but this is Secret. We're seeing them doing crazy things. They're coming in this game. The last pick, Kunkur. I mean, looking at Secret's lineup, what do you sort of see that's going to happen from them that the OG might not be ready for?
it's just going to be fast-paced fighting, is what I'd imagine at least, right? That's going to be the majority of their style. Okay, they're actually, this is what I was wondering to see, is who's going to be playing that offlane. It's actually going to be Zai playing the Kunkka in the offlane.
Yeah.
So they're going to have the Void Spirit in the mid matchup.
Okay.
Okay. So that should be, I mean, it's going to enable that Void Spirit to be able to get that much more active, right? Instead of the Kunkka in particular, which then they don't have to rely on boat at all. They just have to rely on, you know, this Void Spirit's low cooldown ability to be able to move around constantly. See Puppy, he's playing the 5. He wants to be able to back up. What looks like it's probably going to be the Lifestealer. They want to get this matchup versus Phoenix. Lifestealer plus that Abba versus that lane. And yeah, I do think Secret's going to try to take advantage of the slightly slow-paced draft that OG does have. I think this Invoker going the Quas Wex, that's going to enable them to at least be able to do some stuff on the map. And then the same thing with this Beastmaster pick. I think that's what's going to allow OG to actually match the aggression a little bit from Secret. But a little worried just because they're greedy. And I've seen what Secret does to greed.
So, looking at some of these matchups, we've got some of the big hero player combinations. The Thompson Invoker coming into play. Going to be up against the Nisha Void Spirit in that mid. And
interesting lane setups they've got going on here. So they've got the Beastmaster being supported by a Magnus in the top, and they have the Phoenix with the PA.
He's going to be fishing for these. He's going to be trying.
I don't think he's going to get too many of those. It's a really tough lane to go to, especially with like Boots Rubik. They're always going to be able to evade that in particular, unless it's like the Kunkka who gets skewered over. If he's getting hit by boars, definitely a possibility.
I mean, with the level 1 skewer, that's all he can kind of do.
That's all he can do.
As the support Magnus right now, so until he hits that 2, he's just going to be pulling creeps and trying to get momentum.
I'm seeing a lot more of these Magnus. Yeah, I shouldn't say this much, but it's like these in the pub games I played a couple of like these high MMR games, and there was Magnus 5 in every single one of my games, pretty much. It was actually very bizarre, but they did exactly that. They just try to skewer you under the tower, and then they're just walking in power bots. We've seen that in the past too.
Yeah, I guess in the lane it is the threat of the skewer. You know, it's keeping you on your toes. It's making you worried more about the Magnus than actually being able to fully focus onto the core in the lane.
Standard, we see Yapsor level 2 before Zai. Zai pulling the creep waves while Yapsor secures the last hits or attempts to secure some last hits. He does get a skewer on him, but like we said, those boots, even getting hit by the boars at the moment, keeps him speedy enough.
And down bottom, Matu getting low. Mid one trying to hit back at him, but there's shields there. Mid one having to jump away, and Saxa getting very low again to the attempt here from these two. And CS down bottom, what we were seeing, Matu 6 and 1. The mid lane, how's it going so far? Strong start for Nisha. And,
should be.
I guess this just what expected. Your Void Spirit, incredibly nice right click animation, and you're going to see it's a Quas Wex Invoker.
Yeah,
it's not going to have any damage to compare.
Yeah, it's just better animation, better damage, and you can push the lane in onto Invoker more often than not, right? Like Invoker, his Tornado is very expensive. Nisha can just spam his Resonant Pulse and Dissimulate to push the wave in and just mess with top.
I mean, Nisha, he's playing it pretty much perfectly.
Yeah.
15 to 7 against the 4 for 4. That is, you know, pretty much as good as he gets when you're in a matchup that the hero wins. Nisha's just able to push it to the limit.
Yeah, he's only missed one so far out of all those creep waves that have come. We see Puppy every single time. You know, Fire Spirits get popped. He pops shields on himself or on to Matumba. Matumba not having a point in rage. He wants to just be able to keep that sustain going. Noto dropping low. Oh, that was close.
Big hits between the two of them, and Zapsor, the Torrent and levels on Rubik. I've got the combo.
Yeah, and it's cool that they have this lane as the, you know, they decided to make this Void Spirit mid because of like those facts cooldown things. And then the Kunkka versus the Beastmaster, they can cleave that boar all the time. A Fade Bolt, that boar is going to be at risk of dying very often up here.
Yeah, Seb's got to be very distant with the micro unless he wants to end up feeding that away.
They're trying.
And Zai and Yapsol, you know, as every time a missed skewer comes out, the all chat lines are there.
Of course.
And they're ready to poke some fun at No-Tail as he keeps trying to get some action with that skewer top, and it's just not happening.
Damn, Nisha's really dominating that mid lane. 19-10 to 10-6. Matu getting pressured here, doesn't have the rage, so he needs the shield to remove these pesky slows and fire spirits. We do see the runes coming out. Nisha, he'll get a DD.
Oh, always a bit of a dream one.
He's gone for the full... this is the build I personally like to see a lot of times on the Void Spirits in mid, is just this farming kind of style, this farming build, rather than going for any points in your Aether Remnant.
Here we go,
Play for the lane.
but I mean, it's not under the towers.
No,
Seb doesn't care.
Careful.
And now they are going to try and turn. Seb getting low. Does manage to get away. Zai not quite able to find the angle with the Tidebringer hit. No-Tail does his best to punch back, but some beefy heroes in this top lane. Nobody going down too easily.
Every time, like we said, he just gets these stick charges down here, so Matu still farming pretty well, but mid one is definitely keeping it up there. 19-8 compared to the 15-3 of the Lifestealer. They're doing a good job down here, but their sustain looks like it is lacking a bit. While on the side of Secret, they have just infinite sustain because of those stick charges, pretty much.
Yeah, Saxa will at least be able to snipe Matu's courier there as it comes a little too far up the lane to deliver the items. And Nisha heads over aggressively to take that bounty rune away from OG.
They're going to get all 4 bounties.
Oh my goodness, they did. 5 minutes in.
That's such a Nisha move, especially when he's playing these like wave clear heroes versus non-wave clear. He forces that wave in super hard and then just runs at the rune. I've seen him do this quite often here, and that's, I mean, makes sense why he's going for this build even more so then. And they'll actually leave that other bounty for him.
Yeah, full efficiency from him. He just swings past mid, pops the nukes, uses the mana, goes and gets himself that 4th bounty here for the team here at 5 minutes.
Very early medallion finished up here onto Seb. Like we said, this is going to be a game where they just look to buff up this PA so much. They have so many different things too, right? They have the Inner Beast, they have Empowered, they have Alacrity. They have so many different tools to just make him so. No-Tail.
He's trying to skewer away. I've got the check here with the X mark of the Torrent. Do they have the damage though? Still pretty beefy as this Magnus early on. Seb, he's going to be the new target. He used the medallion aggressively too.
So that cleave just smashed him there.
Yeah, he really did get smashed.
I mean, they're really, look at the levels. Zai level 5. This is a level 2 Magnus. He can't really help the lane at all. They both end up going down.
No, this lane top, it has been securing Seb the farm, but you can't help but feel it just looks a little awkward with this, you know, No-Tail Magnus just skewering all over the place and not really able to do much against this duo of Secret in the lane.
I mean, I actually can't believe the medallion, the aggressive medallion ends up hurting him so much because of that Tidebringer hit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're absolutely right. You've got to be careful using that in the lane against a Kunkka.
Yep.
Well, there's definitely going to be the chances for big hits to come flying back your way.
Saxa will be just fine here. Look at the sustain, right? That's what we were saying. This lane is just, they're perfectly fine with just spamming their spells, and we can see even open woundsing on creeps. This is, Matamana Man doesn't care because they can't really threaten kills on these two heroes with the PA and with the Phoenix at all in the early game. They will still be farming though. As we said, mid one he is getting still very solid farm. He already has treads finished up. We see a big stack already getting.
I mean, yeah, they've got phase boots on Kunkka, so
yeah, they can clear that.
They've got good damage to take that out.
They might even start farming it pretty soon here. Yeah. They're already level 6 on Kunkka. They can threaten kills. Beastmaster also level 6 though. We're seeing that first Thompson rotation, but it is spotted.
Let's see what he can do.
They know the way Thompson likes to play. It's all about being super active in the early game, especially when they have this greedy type of lineup, right? So they double ward, not only just in the river, but even on this spot too, just to be able to watch him. He wants to deny this big stack away.
Yeah, at least stop Secret from being able to clean it all up themselves. It's not easy to do though. You've got no points in the Empower yet, of course. Still just level 2 on No-Tail.
Look at Nisha. He knows this is happening.
He's ready. He's going to start killing them. They're going to jump forward. He's got to start backing up. Does have the Ghost Walk. Astral Step does hit. Not enough damage to kill him. So Thompson will live. Blow comes down from Zai straight onto No-Tail as he's dragged back by the combo. No-Tail falls, and Thompson, he cannot come back out of the invis to help out there.
No, versus these high level, like Rubik already level 5, Kunkka already level 6, and Nisha with this max nuke build. Invoker, when you cost Wex, if you're having a bit of a rough lane, you're like an 800 HP hero. You get hit by 2 nukes and you already have to run away. So he can't actually commit.
You sound like.
Nice movement by Nisha, good read by Secret with their wards and just understanding what to do. Already at a 3k lead.
This is This is quite the opening for Secret.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All three lanes looking to be off to a very good start here for them.
Yeah. And like we said, like OG Giraffe, it is greedy. The way that they put the style down, like PA Magnus is your 5, Phoenix as well. Like these heroes, they take time to actually come online. The laning phase is not the strongest at all for them.
The only hero really that can make plays is, I mean, the only things that you can make plays around, right, is the setup from Thompson or the roar from Seb.
Yep.
These supports, this Phoenix Magnus duo, they're never going to be able to set anything up unless No-Tail somehow is able to walk in and find a skewer, and that's sort of a very... The opportunities of that happening are very slim early on.
And you know, you're mentioning Aurora. There's an Abaddon on the other team. In a lot of situations, if Puppy's there, he can just break the aggression that happens instantly. Nisha, ooh, nice dodge there by Thompson.
Yeah, it doesn't head straight up to the high ground, so Nisha not able to get the read on him.
Nisha got himself an Arcane Ring, the best item I feel like you can get on any of these mid-heroes.
No-Tail's got to be careful. They've just taken the tower, and he is here alone against the 3 of them.
Okay, he's pulling Puppy away, but he is looking like he's in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have TP available. They're going to have to work if they do want to chase him, though. Let's see. Nisha is fighting versus the Beastmaster down in their jungle. Looks like Seb wanted to make a rotation, but it was spotted.
Just a bit of follow the leader here. There's No-Tail and Puppy taking a stroll. No-Tail, he'll take that as a win. As Puppy chases no more.
But a 4K gold lead.
Yeah, the money's building up.
It's Secret already claiming an extra position of the map to farm.
Oh, the skewer out of the Invoker combo. No-Tail there.
And now he's going to die for it.
Secret.No-Tail joins the team. Don't stand there, Nisha. I'll save you.
He would have been fine anyway, but yeah, he did.
It looks funny.
He gave away his life. He really did.
I mean,
give
Thompson,
himself away.
he had a bit of a smile there. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, one of those games, Joanne.
Okay, I see Thompson also has a Solar Crest queued up. So, double medallions.
Oh,
that might not be ideal for them.
I don't think I've seen that before. Is that?
They're all about, like we said,
Yeah.
it's all about buffing up the PA, but they already have a medallion. So
And there's only one
we'll see if
PA.
he does finish.
You know,
there is only one
there's
PA.
only one
That's
PA.
Indeed.
Only mid one PA. To be precise.
Nice one.
Thank you.
I like that. And they're grouping up now around Matu as he has full free farm. Armlet is pretty much done, and Zai is looking to get aggressive. He's top of the net worth with the drum. This is their big point to really press the issue forward here and get some more towers, because OG still not ready to fight. Phoenix is not 6th, I don't believe, still. Neither is the Magnus. These two supports really suffering in this laning start. Okay, Phoenix just hit 6.
All right. Let's see if they can do some of the 6s.
They're going to bring everybody down here. They can't start losing so much control of the map. And that's going to make Secret just pull away.
It is kind of strange because it does feel like that this Abaddon is just the answer to so many of the things that OG want to do. And the Abaddon was first pick. It's not like this hero was picked up after the Beastmaster and the Magnus. This was out there straight up as the first pick, and somehow Puppy was able to outdraft the picks before they even came out.
I could see why I think they wanted the Beastmaster for like several reasons though, right? I think they wanted to not only just take it away, but also give themselves more type of early game.
I mean, sure.
But yes,
but
the
then
Abaddon hard counters.
If you're picking the Beastmaster for those functions and not the Raw, then who's going to do the job of what a Raw would do? How are you starting any sort of action as OG?
That's true. They're going to have to really rely on this Thompson Invoker to get these setups. But
yeah, Thompson's going to make big plays.
Yeah, and he's off to a tough start. He has the medallion, so all right, we've got 2 medallions on the side of OG.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can stack both, right? You can use a medallion and a Solar Crest on somebody to buff them up, but not the most ideal at times. But like we said, it's all about the PA, but
I mean,
they're really suffering.
The thing. You do have a PA, so you stack them up. Mid one gets in with a good crit. If he gets the Deso, I think that's the item, Isaiah. If you're looking at OG right now, it's the Deso timing. When mid one has the Deso, they're able to move together. You're still going to have a good chance of deleting a hero. But again, you are going to have to find them in these pickoff situations. In a team fight, time for a shield and a miscoil heal to come out from Puppy and then into the Kunkka's Rum. Even with the high physical damage you have, you're probably not going to burst through these heroes like the Life Stealer before he's able to rage or jump inside someone, or before the Void Spirit's out of there with a Dissimulate and an Astral Step. It's very hard for OG in these fights.
They're definitely going to be able to react to that PA. I don't think PA can actually fight with just a Deso. I think she'll just get exploded. There's way too much damage coming out from a Void Spirit and a Rubik. You're very fragile on PA. That's the big problem with this hero is you're still, look at this, level 8, 900 180 HP, just extremely weak to all these nukes. And Sentry's down.
Oh, they do. They've got the grab with the Remnant. Thompson, he's going down here for sure.
That is what you...
Another kill for Secret. 5-0.
I believe that's like the Orchid done now for Nisha if he wants to purchase
It's
it.
going to be very quick. I mean, he's had a perfect lane, played it masterfully against Thompson's Invoker, and he's at the top.
And he gets, like we mentioned, Arcane Ring, best item pretty much in the game versus for these early game spirits, and you're versus an Quaswex Invoker. So Arcane Ring, even more value in that sense.
What we got going on here? Nice out.
I mean, 6K gold lead. Secret just full grasp of this game right now. OG, they're gonna have to just play for the greed and hope. But this Void Spirit, he's going to... he's already been active, but now with an Orchid, he can threaten kills on every single one of OG's heroes. And
you've got to remember as well that the power of this quick Orchid against OG's lineup is just amplified by the fact that OG themselves, you know, where's their save? You get on top of this PA, it's all about just sort of committing with your own team fight, which could be in a bit of a risky position against a team that's 6K ahead.
Yep.
There's nothing you can use to just get that PA out of there and avoid being forced to fight Secret when they bring it to you.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of ways to keep the PA in the fight, right? Secret, they have this X, which is one of these really annoying spells to play with when you are a little bit of an elusive carry. Great map control, and they know they can just leave Lifestealer completely alone bottom. Now they're starting to make some moves. I think they're starting to expect OG to make an aggressive move as Seb is down here. They can actually set up on him.
Let's see what they can
with
do.
The roar.
Yeah, they've got just the 2 down here. See, well, not for long. 2 more TPs coming in. Secret's prepared. They know with the way that they're reading the map, a lot of people off it. They know focus from OG is going to be down. He's going to jump in with the silence straight away on the Seb. They've got the slow. The RP will come out. 2 of them super over to the side. Everyone jumps over. Looks over towards the top of the roar. It's there. Removed straight away. Poppy's able to use the authority to keep Nisha safe. They do still lose Matuma Man. That's 1 down. Can OG find anything more? Another silence out to mid one with the damage. With the Deso. They've been able to take out Nisha as well. No-tail turning over. Gets the skewer back onto Poppy. Poppy in the midst of it all. He still has to borrow time. OG, they can slow him down with the ice wall, the shockwave. They're going to be able to go back in again. They've got the damage, the crits, and the Deso, the medallion. It's working.
It worked.
It's working.
Wow.
The next label.
They got the perfect roar there to actually get the setup. They weren't able to burst the Beastmaster before it. He's actually able to get that one off. A little bit of a miscoordination there by Secret, but OG perfectly set up for that there. Kunkka, Sai was late to the party. They really needed him to be there a bit earlier for them to take that fight, but OG, first aggressive move, it works, and it's with the PA getting big kills.
This is the power of the PA with the quick Deso and the itemization, as you said, these buffs. It does get these kills a little quicker than I expected, really, in these fights, but. And maybe the Secret expected as well. You know, Secret, they were turning up for that. They were ready to prepare for OG's move. But OG coming out on top of that play here and immediately looking for another one as they smoke straight over towards the mid and see if they can catch any members of Secret as they come back out onto the map.
Yeah, they just rattled Secret quite a bit there, and they're actually just looking to go for towers here.
All right.
Secret does have almost everything available. I believe the boat should be up soon. Oh, they find a freebie on No-Tail, it looks like. Or do they?
It was there from the Sunray, and No-Tail, he's going to be able to get back to the safety of his teammates. Zai is going to look for the lead in. Boat comes crashing down onto Saxa and Thompson. The Remnant as well, pulling them together as Thompson. He's got that ghost walk. Do they have detection? They do. Sentries dropped down by Puppy. They'll be able to finish off the kill. See if they can try and chase for more here as Matu jumps into Nisha, but OG, they're backing up. They won't lose anything else, just Thompson. The rest of them able to disengage as Midbon makes sure that he continues to farm. By the looks of it, going for the Echo Saber on the PA, which eventually I imagine will be built into, I guess, the BKB and or the Halberd and Oblivion stuff. I mean, I guess he could get an Orchid himself. Is strong against the Lifestealer, but at the same time there is an Aphotic Shield. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting build from Midbon.
They're looking for the fight. Egg is back available.
Can they take the egg out? Secret's going to try and look towards it. They're heading over. Matu is already too low though. The physical damage going on. Everyone's able to take him off. They've got the lockdown, the roar. It's out on an each of the skewer. No-Tail, he gets the 3 of the Poppy's down. Jump forward from Midbon. He's committing over towards Zai. Zai being forced up to the high ground. Back in the pit. Roshan goes down. They'll get Roshan and the Aegis. No, Nisha is able to snatch it. The kill went the way of OG. Nisha was able to pick up the Aegis in time. They'll instantly kill him off the once. But again, OG's showing some solid team fights here. The RP and the super, it's working out.
They keep getting these heroes to survive just long enough. Nisha gets the Orchid up onto the Magnus, doesn't end up killing him in time. He gets the RP to cover that egg. Egg was going to die if not. It would have been a different situation there, but they do get the successful one off again. It's crazy.
Yeah,
8-5, but it feels like it's a much more intense game than 18 minutes in already.
No, just sort of the consideration now for what OG's been able to do, despite essentially losing all the lanes, coming out behind, but they've got something up their sleeve here, and it is having some effect. That's top, Nisha, getting aggressive. Onto Saxa. Haven't got enough damage for Saxa. Saxa's able to turn the boat. Will come out onto him with the torrent into it. Also, no, Saxa, he's able to get the down. Saxa's going to live. Will leave Seb behind, so Seb will fall. As Saxa gets out of there, OG regrouping around the tier 2 tower. Thompson's back in, Secret still trying to chase Nisha. He's got to pop the dissimulate. Mid one's in, he's looking for a target. He's going to run up to the high ground, lift into the remnant. Zai, he's going to turn. Silence is there onto mid one, but mid one, he's just feeling strong. He's going to continue to commit. The Tornado will hold them back. Now he'll reset a little bit, starting full low on the PA. And Secret, they have got the full squad on the high ground. So OG's got to be a little careful how they come into their jungle.
Looks like it will be an instant D ward though, as it was already placed by No-Tail before the fight started. And we're seeing these buffs coming out, right? Solar Crest plus Medallion being thrown on the PA so he can hold his ground. And the Echo Saber actually kind of neat the way it's getting these double hits off.
Yeah,
he can actually just pop a hero if he's lucky.
The idea is definitely there.
Dire's top tower is under
And Saxa just keeps surviving in these situations where I think he'd die, but he's actually saving his wand charge. I think in both situations he was about to die. He had like a 17 wand that makes him survive, and he has a plate mail to make him a little bit tankier too.
Straight back over towards mid.
Yeah, mid one's just going full greed. He had the BKB queued up for a second there, but instead he's like, nah, you know what? I can go more greedy. I can go for Satanic.
That's Thompson. It's going to look to burn the mana of Puppey inside the river. No-Tail. It's fine again. Nisha just not able to quite get the kills quick enough with the Orchid. The Sunray sustain's always there in terms of backup. It's coming down onto mid one. Have they got enough damage to kill the two of them? And Saxa dives away. He's got the Supernova. Will pop it. Puppey and Matu turn over towards the egg. Can they kill it off in time? They can. They'll get the egg. But Puppey and Yapzor, they both lost their lives. The buyback comes out from Yapzor. Zai looking for the control on mid one. Has the X mark. They jump in again. Dissimulate out onto Thompson. Thompson silence. Pulled back by the Remnant. Thompson goes down.
He's dead.
Inside the river. Mid one and Seb still happy to fight as mid one tries to turn. They have the control from the Rubik. Can mid one get out of it? Starting to fall low. Jumps over towards Seb. Zai. He's got the further catch with the X mark. Mid
still
one,
alive.
the evasion. He's somehow finally gets burst out of the game by Yapzor with the Fade Bolt. Nisha claims the kill onto Seb. And Secret, they will fight back hard here. Able to take out the four of them. They should buy back there on Yapzor, but definitely worth it. Him being around, just having that extra bit of burst to take down this PA, which they do need. You know, without that burst, this PA mid one, he is able to live through quite a lot of the damage that's coming out from Secret.
Yeah, and he's got the Vlad's lifesteal that's making him survive a lot of these situations, or almost survive in these situations too. If they didn't get that like halberd and just like a little bit of extra, like just lack of damage, then that Void Spirit was probably dying too.
Yeah,
that was very close. Throwing all the buffs, it's really just mid one versus the world just getting buffed up by everybody, which is a little bit of a concern, right? Because the Thompson is starting to fall off quite a bit here.
And I think one thing that will be quite concerning in the next few fights for the PA is because mid one hasn't gone for this BKB build, right?
That Ags Void Spirit.
The Orchid into the 2 pulses, that is a huge duration of silence. And sure, you know, PA you are very reliant on your dagger and your strike to get around and actually have that attack speed burst to kill heroes. If you're not able to press Q or W in the team fights, your damage output is going to be severely limited. And obviously at the moment, OG's lineup, there's no items that's actually going to be able to take that silence off mid one. So Nisha's going to really mess with how much mid one's actually doing in the fights.
How much mid one's doing and how much Sox is doing too. Because a lot of the time so far, Nisha, he's going for these silences on the Beastmaster and the Magnus, but Sox is sitting in the back and getting these Sunrays off. Once this Void Spirit comes out, he can disrupt the heals, these Sunrays that are really doing so much work from Sox.
OG's got to find Nisha. If Nisha's able to sort of run rampant around the fights, it's going to be hugely disruptive for what OG's trying to do.
Thompson forcing in the bottom wave as much as possible, trying to force a reaction. OG all positioned in Secret's jungle.
OG finding the opportunity to knock on the tier 2s here. Fortification comes out and Secret are going to start sweeping over. Good vision though from OG around this area, so it's going to give them the info that they need. They know when to start backing off.
They give Puppey the Philosopher's Stone. He's trying to get these items, some a little bit of armor to give to his teammates. As we are seeing the Deso, all this minus armor is really doing work. Deso, Solar Crest, Medallions, etc. They just need a little bit more. Secret still at the 6K gold lead off of this early game.
Yeah, it's gearing up very much as expected for OG to just be this lineup that's all focused on making sure that the PA has farm.
Look at Thompson, he's going for a Glimmer Cape too, right? Like, look, even like Saksa, he's going for Shivas, and then he's going back for a Holy Locket. Like, it's literally all about
this is classic Thompson, isn't it? He comes out with an item build that you would never see anyone else go for on the Invoker. Yeah, Solar Crest, Glimmer Cape, that's got to be a first.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Lovely, 3 sentries.
All right, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is attacked.
Yeah, but
he does farm very fast.
It is going to be interesting to see just how hard, how much more difficult the fights are for mid one if he's being consistently silenced.
And now we're seeing Matu, he's starting to get this itemization to be able to hit the PA in general. He's been having a little bit of a rough one, right? 1, 3, and 4, he's getting locked down a lot by these BKB piercing disables, because there's 3 of them, right? He's got to deal with the egg that pops out, a roar, an RP. It's a bit tough for him. Even though they do have the shield, it seems like he's been the main focus a lot of the times in these fights.
Yeah. We'll see. Puppy's going to show himself mid as the rest of Secret start to swing over towards OG, actually from OG's jungle itself off the back of the smoke. They're gonna look for the jump. RP's gonna be dropped straight away as Nisha jumps in onto the front lines. Tornado comes out for the high ground. Nisha silencing the Phoenix. He's trying to burst him with the dissimulate. Can he take him down in time? Though he can. The Phoenix will fall. They've lost jab, so there's gonna be a buyback straight away from Saxon, who looks to return to the fight. Matu trying to get on top of Thompson, the skewer, trying to push Nisha and Matu away. The dagger's in. Mid one jumps forward. He's trying to finish the kill onto the lifestealer. Can he do so? The silence is out. Torrent the torrent. Mid one goes down. No-Tail tries to escape, but another astral step sets it up for Matu to get the damage done as Nisha just continues to play with and push OG back.
Saksa bought back for this too. He might go down. He doesn't have dive. Nisha knows he's chasing him. Can he actually catch him though?
He's gonna have a step in a second. Yeah, he's gonna be able to jump this. If he can hit the remnant.
Yeah, he's got him.
Yeah, if he can just control the silences perfectly. Orchid into the pulse. Secret back on track, winning these fights, and as you say, die back there from Saxa. This is going to start to kick OG back again here in the net worth department. Now down 8K against Secret. Secret take the lead 19-9.
And it's the moment that Matu, this time, he shows up with the MKB, and bam, he gets a double kill right off the bat. He can actually focus fire this PA a lot easier now with the draft.
And after that, he's got the money for the Basher.
Yep.
So now with the MKB and the Basher, you're right. Any of these heroes, like the PA getting silenced, he can just turn and hit them, and they're never going to be able to just stand their ground against this lifestealer. With MKB Basher, Matu hits too hard.
Thompson X here. Are they actually gonna commit for him here? They're not able to. Not quite yet. Nisha is already level 18 though, so that max level astral step. Actually, all 3 core is almost level 18. He's got a lot further catch now on this Void Spirit with that, the cast range increasing per level quite a bit. And they're looking to get aggressive. There's still no Phoenix.
OG. Nisha's hunting.
Thompson quickly skittering away though.
He's got that glimmer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nisha's still on the prowl though with this infested lifestealer. He's very strong if he does find somebody. And we see the line is drawn. OG, they're aware that this movement's happening. They even spot it now with the ward. They're bailing.
Yeah, immediately out of this area of the map.
Scanning.
This is scary. That's a very scary lifestealer bomb now with the Basher, with MKB, with these double silences and control that Nisha can provide. Probably 5 sentries. He's going for this de-warding expedition now.
Yeah, finally got those ones back from the crow that he lost earlier.
Yep.
So we do have mid one now with the full satanic. So he's finished his item. We'll have that status resistance coming into play, and of course, at this stage, 26 minutes, it is very early in the standard PA's item progression to rush such an item. So he's got a lot of HP. He's pretty tanky.
He's blurred up.
Let's see what they can get started here. Nisha, quick jump across. Thompson, he's been caught in the boat combo. Will be dusted. Matu is forward, held in position. They'll pop the supernova. More for Yamso. It comes straight out onto Mid-1. Mid-1's in trouble. The Deafening Blast pushes back Zai. Mid-1's still good to go. Jumps over towards the Rubik. Takes over one. Now looks towards Matu. The OP. Johan, he's got the control. He locks out Secret. Mid-1's able to clean up. As No-Tail slides in big time. Gets them all. A beautiful catch outside of the pit, and what a better place to do it. Sets up for the triple for mid-1, and OG, they'll get Roshan without any questions asked him. There's Nisha. Can he make a jump? He's not going to be able to do so, won't try for it. OG, a huge team fight win there, and mid-1, he's dreaming big, baby. He's got his Satanic, and he's queuing up Arabia.
That was insanely clutch how they get the timings there. We're going to see this one again. Stolen Roar, right? But because he just gets the Satanic, look, the status resist. It's huge for him there. He can actually survive, get the silences off him, get the Roar off him, pop Satanic, turn the whole fight. Egg only pops and connects on a few, but it's more than enough.
I mean, and just a beautiful RP there from Notel to secure the cleanup.
It's just this, they're throwing, like we said, look at all the buffs he's going to be having in those fights, right? Solar Crest, Medallions, Vlads, Alacrity, etc. So many different things. I believe also they dispelled Nisha's Arcane Rune right at the start of the fight, too, with that Tornado from Thompson.
Oh, excellent moves here from OG. And a game where moments ago they were nearing 10k behind. But a beautiful team fight in the river. And Mid-1's PA is just, it's excelling. It's getting further and further ahead. Thompson has been found.
It's under a ward here. There's only that one sentry that was there for a moment, so I'm not able to further catch.
Well, I believe we see Mid-1 there as well with the Enchanted Quiver. That extra bit of damage on the dagger. Very nice to start things off. That. And yeah, the rapier. I mean, this is beautiful. This is what you want to see. You want to see this. Just a team saying, "Screw it, we need rapier. We need it now."
Gets himself a Mindbreaker too. Very nice item versus that Life Stealer.
Oh yeah, he'll take that.
Just little quick silences. Pretty much. I mean, versus a lot of these heroes, right? Versus Kunkka and Void Spirit too can be problematic. This quick silence can really disrupt you in the fights. The Apsar knowing he needs a Ghost Scepter as he's just getting eviscerated in the fights. Mid-1 just focusing him a lot.
Yeah.
Now Aegis and Cheese, right? They still have a few minutes where they can play pretty relaxed around the map. But now it looks like maybe a bit too relaxed. Sneesh is able to find Seb. Let me see that quiver damage really kicking in there for that solo kill. He gets, I think he got like 2 or 3 actual usages of it during the chase out.
Oh, we've got that orb. Oh, was that the PA?
Oh, it's I.
Oh, I was gonna. I mean, that's still pretty nice, dude. You give that to the Void Spirit or the Life Stealer. I mean, yeah, the Eva. You know. Very nice lineups get it, but obviously if OG get the orb, that's when it's like, damn.
Yeah, it's not.
If PA gets the orb,
it's not as valuable on the side of Secret because of how high armor of a hero PA is, right? You're only really reducing a little bit from him.
Sure, it's still nice though, right, for Matu.
Depends on what other items he has.
Yeah, what's Matu got at the moment on the Life Stealer?
He's just using an Aquila for now, so.
I reckon he's getting the orb out to him though.
Yeah, more than likely.
You can't resist a good orb.
No, it's definitely just better than the Aquila. They do need some armor, though. He's very lacking in that front. The rest of his teammates, they're building it. We see Nisha, he's almost got Shiva's done.
He's got
I believe AC is almost done on Zai, too, but his Life Stealer could be a bit squishy still.
I mean, especially when Mid-1 has a rapier.
And he's buffed up by everything.
Get that rapier. I want to see some rapier action. He's so close. I mean, this is a game where they're only down 1k, but you know Mid-1 at the moment, he's making the call. He's saying, guys, they cannot kill me. Yep. They cannot kill me. If I get rapier, I will kill every single one of them over and over again until they cannot be killed no more.
To the high ground. Same buffs are thrown out. Nisha.
It's getting a little low. Notel's going to try and come under control. Starts the big mid-1. He's going in. He's straight into the base. He's ready to start killing. He's able to kill off Yapsor. There's going to be a buyback from Notel in an attempt to get back over here. Mid-1's still happy to play aggressive, but he does still have that Aegis. They've got the Remnant control. Thompson needs help. The Supernova coverage is there. Cheese is pop. They've got the Tornado set up under the 2 of them. Mid-1 jumps back in over to Puppy. He's able to pop out the borrowed time. Puppy TP's back to base. Mid-1 dragged back by the X mark, but again the Sunray, the buffs as well. OG keeping their PA strong. Mid-1, God, look how many buffs he has. And look at his courier. I hope that's his hovering around the secret shop. He's just 700 away from the rapier. You know, as soon as he's got that money, he's making that delivery happening.
Lotus Orb as well, also for Thompson, like we said. Throw all the buffs possible on him. There is also a sneaky ward in the base right now from OG. It is watching a little bit of Secret. As I say that, this side does see it. He kills it.
I mean, it's working it from OG. This draft, all about the PA. And it's giving them a great shot here against Secret. That's how do they deal with him? How do they stop him? Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it the once. That's how they'll do it.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Throw everything down onto him. He's going to be back with a second life. We'll see if he plays any more careful now. Then he doesn't have that Aegis to rely on Mid-1. Boats coming crashing down here on the front of the defense. Clears out the creep wave. Mid-1's just standing his ground. He's just at the racks. They couldn't get him off it. You're going to see Secret try to go over towards Seb, but Mid-1 just back up towards Mason. Nisha. Nisha needs help. He's been rolled in position. Mid-one's able to jump over the dagger, and the strike can be lifted up just in time, but it doesn't matter. Won't save Nisha. Nisha's out of the game.
No
80
buyback.
seconds. He can't come back. He cannot come back into the match for a full minute.
Rapier's coming.
It's on the way. Mid-one's got his rapier. He's ready to shut this one down. It may only be 2k lead for OG, but my goodness, with this rapier, OG have all the tools to crush Secret now if they keep things going to plan.
2,800 crits when he's buffed up. That's not even with Alacrity.
I mean, they're going to go.
Just go for the game. Alacrity, he takes the talent, plus 635.
Look at him going. Mid-one saying, guys, I got this. Let's go next game. I got rapier. I end the game. I kill tower. I kill base. I kill Matsu. He jumps in. He's been bashed. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's buffed up by the Lotus. RP down onto Matsu. Nice carry. Mid-one says that he cleans Matsu out of the game, and he says, you know what, I'll go back, I'm going to start taking your base, actually screw that, I'm going to come and hit you in the face, Puppy, he's dead, another one for mid-one, does he want to go for anything more? Nah, he's done, he's been disarmed, just alright, I'll chill for a bit, I'm not in a rush, he's gone, it's a triple, give me the rampage, give him the rampage, there it is, baby, mid-one, ladies and gentlemen, mid-one, he's done it, he's landed them. Mid-one's like, nice game. You're going to try harder next time.
Some crisp team fights by OG in
My goodness.
clutch scenarios too. When they're 8k behind, they somehow win the fights. All about buffing up mid-one. That satanic timing, I think, was everything. And
The build,
everything.
It worked out perfectly.
Yep, that was, wow.
The satanic rapier, I'm going to close this up. And of course, the team around him. This was clearly a well thought